Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of Mind of the Matter. DC Universe. What's happening? It's in the building. It's comes to true, and you know, it DC's rising, right? DC rises. Hashtag DC rises. Um. Anyway, DC. Where have
What
you
you
been,
mean?
bro? It's been a
What you mean?
minute.
Where have I been? What?
DC. I'm saying DC, like DC in
Like
general.
where has DC
DC
been? It's been a
been
minute, or where have I been? I'm like, bro,
no. Both of y'all, bro. DC, it's
boy,
been
we
a
see each
minute.
other every fucking day.
I'm talking about DC, bro.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
bro. DC, they drop a movie like every 5 years, bro. It's like a
they
presidential term.
they've been unconnect facts every 4 years. That John been unconnected like crazy. Our superheroes are actual superheroes. James Gunn and Peter Safran are doing a reboot of the DCU, which begins in 2025. Chapter 1, Phase 1, which will be called Gods and Monsters. Let's get it, bro. What's the first one up, bro?
So the first one that they decided to launch was actually it's called Creatures Commando. It's gonna be a fucking what is it? It's gonna be like animated TV series, or nah, it's not gonna be animated. It's gonna be he was talking about having the voice actors play the actual like characters, and by like
Right.
looking at like the poster, I saw it looked like Weasel was in that John
Mm-hmm.
from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Which Weasel was funny. He was comic relief. So like I'm interested in that part. But I don't know. It like as of right now, I'm hating. I don't think it like is gonna appeal to me only because like I don't know something about it is just like not gravitating towards me like with the other like announcements. I guess it's because I'm not too familiar with like the um the characters except for Weasel. I guess maybe that's why I'm not gravitated towards it, or like yeah, that has to be the reason why. Like it can't be any other reason. I mean, I'm
Mm.
sure if I watch it, I'll like it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like starting a new TV series like Breaking Bad. Like, oh, it's not gravitating towards me, but then when you actually watch it, it's like, oh shit, this is fire. So I think that's what will happen when I watch it. But as of right now, I'm like I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Right. And he's in the process of actually writing. Actually, I think he's written Creature Commandos already. As so, no, this is gonna be very interesting to see how this plans out. This is the only animated series coming out so far that he announced. So, we'll see how it goes. Next one that he announced was Waller. Right. Waller is basically, it's a Viola Davis spinoff. Right. Um, if you don't know who that is, she was actually in Suicide Squad. She was in Peacemaker. I'm pretty sure she was in Peacemaker. She was in Black Adam, right? So Waller, right? It's a big like it's a very interesting character in my opinion. Um, because she's like sh- she basically is like a central like authority that um technically anything that's happening in the world, like anti-hero or like anything like that, like she deals with that stuff. Like how she brought the Suicide Squad together and all that stuff. That's her. That's what she does. But this is going to be a live action HBO Max show, which I'm cool with a show. I think it would be cool to get a little bit more backstory and character fundamental around her character because she's been in like majority of the DC movies lately. So that's gonna be very interesting. This is also Waller is supposedly supposed to be a um basically a spin-off series, a Peacemaker spin-off series.
So next up for the DC universe, it's actually James Gunn states that this is the start of the DCU, and it starts with Superman Legacy, which is going to be like a reboot of Man of Steel. Obviously, we know Henry Cavill, bless his soul, is not going to be on this genre today. Not today, but in the movie. So I don't know. I'm just interested to see who they have that will replace him. Like, are they gonna turn out to be better or like worse? Because I'm gonna give them the benefit of a doubt. I'm not, but oh, it's not
Mhm,
Henry Cavill. I ain't watching that shit. That's
mhm.
bias. So like, I'm gonna obviously try it out. I don't know, and it's gonna take like 2 years for us to actually like get into like the start of DC. I don't know. I don't like. It's gonna go by quick, but like when you talk about it now, it's kind of like it seems like forever. Like it's not gonna. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it just seems like it's so far away.
yeah. It seems like it's far
And for
away.
like and for it to take like 2 years for like the DC universe in his words to actually start 2 years from now, that's kind of like, bro,
Mhm.
come on.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I mean.
They
He has
better
to
be
do all
going up
the
against like Apocalypse or something. Like,
he has to do all the writing, and I feel like I'm fine, bro. I'll give him his time because I don't want him to rush any of these projects, and then we're like, yo, this shit's trash. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like all the Snyder shit. That shit was trash. Um,
Snyder.
yeah. Um, but yeah, nah. That movie comes out what July
July 11th,
2025.
2025. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
So I mean, that's the same
I
year
could be
Secret
dead
War.
by then. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I could be dead, but I
Chill,
hope
bro. We living to see all these movies, bro. Everything. We
you
gotta
never
stay
know.
alive.
I could become paralyzed. I could become blind.
Bro, I put
Like,
myself in a fucking
I
ice
won't be
box
able
to
to
see these shits, bro.
relax, bro. I'm about Steve Rogers myself.
Facts. But yeah, now that's a little bit on the Superman legacy. Next we got the Lanterns. This shit got me hyped because I like the first Green Lantern. I love that shit. I love Green Lantern in general, right? The Lantern Corps, all that shit. That shit's amazing. But this focuses on Hal Jordan, and John Stewart, and James Gunn states that this will tie into the bigger DC story, DC universe story. So if you're a DC fan, you must watch this, right? It's a must watch. Like you can't skip over this because this is like a big, they state that it's a big connection with the entire DC universe story. It goes way deeper into like tying chapter 1, phase 1 all together and all that stuff. But this is gonna be a HBO Max series, which I'm cool with because this let's just gives us more time to spend with the characters, character development, especially I don't know who's gonna be playing Hal Jordan or John Stewart, but um you know it, I don't know, right? We
Hey
don't
man,
we don't know.
Ryan Reynolds, give him the contract.
Ryan Reynolds was a
Give
good
him the
Green Lantern in
contract.
my opinion. I like that. I like that Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern in my opinion. I did like it. Um But this is the Lanterns movie, Lantern show. My mistake, Lantern show. If you're a DC fan, you have to watch it. You just have to watch it because you can't continue and try to understand shit if you skip this. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Lanterns for you.
So the next one is called The Authority. It's gonna be a movie, mostly based around the Wildstorms. Like, so apparently, with the Authority, it's supposed to be a collective of seven superheroes with a very high concept superpowers, and it's gonna be the first appearance of like the Wildstorms in the DC universe. I'm kind of interested. Like, is it gonna be like the Eternals? Is it gonna like how?
Yeah.
Like,
S-
what's the specifics of it other
Some
than high
yeah.
concept superpowers?
hmm
And it's a group of seven, and yeah, that's basically all we know so far.
Yeah.
Um,
I like how you compared it to the Eternals. I was thinking the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of vibe in my opinion, but like
I mean,
since you
they're
said
very powerful
yeah,
heroes.
since you
And
said
like
that,
that
it's
is,
like
it's like the Eternals.
yeah, since you said that, it's kind of like oh shit, okay. But yeah. Um Yeah, James Gunn. I mean, I've seen the video, and he said that like that's a very passionate project of his that he's working on. So I remember James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy too, so that's why I was like kind of comparing, not comparing them, but like giving it that type of like, cause that's his like that's his kind of like way of the Guardians of the Galaxy into of the DC universe type of thing. I don't know. I don't never heard of the Authority, right? I never read their comic if they have a comic. Never did any of that. So I'm not the one to basically come with knowledge on the Authority. So yeah. But yeah, so they're super power. They have like superhuman strength and shit.
No, they're like supposed to be very powerful. Basically,
Powerful.
I mean, from what I've seen on like my notes and shit,
Yeah.
they're seven supers with very high concept superpowers.
Mhm.
So I think it's bigger than just that. Well, than just the standard stuff, you know.
Right. Okay. So that's gonna be interesting one to see how that comes out because you're literally introducing like all seven characters into the new, new seven characters into the DC universe all at once. So that's gonna be interesting to see that pop off. Next one I have is Paradise Lost. This one is a very very cool ass. Like I'm very excited for this one. This is giving you it says that it's going to be a Game of Thrones type of vibe, right? This focuses on Wonder Woman, where she was born, Themyscira. This is a TV series. I believe that this is probably going to be not. It's probably not going to have Wonder Woman in the show, but it's probably going to build up where she's from and why is it so important to the DCU and stuff like that. So this is probably not going to introduce Wonder Woman like into the DCU. We'll probably get that later in another phase. But Paradise Lost, Game of Thrones type of vibe. Like I'm down. I'm all down for that. It's a TV series. Pretty sure it'll be on HBO Max. But yo, I'm cool with it, right? I'm all for Paradise Lost. All for it. This next one, Emmanuel, you already know, bro. You gotta say it. You gotta say what it is.
So the next one is the Batman Brave and the Bold. This is gonna be the introduction to like the Bat family, and in the James Gunn slate, he specifically says the Bat family. So for me personally, that makes it seem like, oh, we're gonna get like Batgirl, we're gonna get the Catwoman, we're gonna get all those characters
Mm,
because he said family. I mean, unless just the two, because they are son and father. So it's like, all
yeah,
right, cool. That that's
I
cool.
take
But
care.
like,
Yeah, I think they will
I
because
mean,
isn't
just
that
him saying, I mean, it's not like, oh, like, hinting, but it's just that he just mentioned Bat Family. So I'm like, oh,
yeah,
are we gonna get like Dick Grayson? Are we gonna? But even though it's gonna be Damian Wayne, like, are we gonna get Nightwing? Like, he's gonna skip the Robin shit
yeah,
and then go into Nightwing, or like
mm,
Jason Todd with Red Hood. Like, are we gonna get
mm,
that or just Damian Wayne and Batman? Which is fine. I have no problem with it. My only problem is gonna be who is gonna play these two
two characters.
characters. Like, what's the
Yeah,
casting looking like?
yeah, right.
Because I feel like Robert Pattinson's Batman is too young to like have a
Do
son,
this. Yeah,
so it's gonna have to be someone a little bit older, like Ben Affleck.
it's trash. Anyway, we're gonna get to
Nah,
that later on.
man.
We're gonna get to
Yeah,
that later on. We'll get to that later on. But yeah, nah. Damian Wayne, um, this is a movie by you said it. Yeah, this is a movie by the way. Um,
oh yeah, it's a movie. I didn't mention that.
yeah. But yeah, but isn't Batgirl supposedly isn't that Bruce Wayne's
That
cousin, right? Technically?
Nah. So
Yeah.
like in the comics, it's
Yeah.
like it's Barbara Gordon, which is
Oh,
Commissioner
was it
Gordon's daughter. Yeah.
daughter? Okay. Okay. All right, that makes sense. I thought it was his cousin. I thought that's what I thought.
Who,
Um,
Batman's cousin?
like Batgirl, yeah, because I know in the
Boy, Batman don't got no cousin.
nah, like actually, like in a story, like I think it was, yeah, it was on some story, DC story or some shit. Like they stated that that was specifically his cousin, that when he left, that she basically protected the city and all that shit. Like she was being Batman basically.
This
But
plot armor is fuck.
yeah, I didn't fuck with it. I wasn't really you know, I didn't look into it. I wasn't interested. But we have a lot of questions about this Brave and the Bold movie, right? Um, I say that this is cool. This is fire. I would like to have a standalone Batman movie before we get Robin introduced. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's well, that's okay.
I mean, we kind of already technically got our standalone with
Yeah, but
Michael
I'm saying
Reeves.
like our standalone DCU Batman. Booster Gold is going to be HBO Max series. This is going to be a guy from the future, right? He's a loser, absolute loser, right? Think about straight to the bottom of the barrel loser, right? And basically, he's from the future and uses tech to come back to the present and save the day, right? So that's a little bit about Booster Gold. This is going to be an HBO Max series. Not a lot about him. Not a lot explained about him, but that's going to be one of the series coming out.
So
You
the
said
next
again,
one's
see?
going to be Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. It's going to be a film. So I think it's going to explore like the origins of Supergirl. But the only difference between like Supergirl and like Superman is that like Superman was raised on a farm on Earth. But with Supergirl, she was raised on like a tiny like chunk of or like on a chunk of Krypton. So she saw like the whole everyone dying like part of like when Krypton like blew up, she saw all of that. So I feel like she's a bit more, to herself because of that, you know.
Mm.
So she's gonna be very different from Superman.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like she'll eventually have like that same like personality, same like personality, same morals, all that other stuff as Superman over time. But I'm assuming for that film, she's gonna be like jaded mostly towards like the film, like throughout
Mm.
the whole film, and then a little
Mm.
bit towards like the end of the film. That's when she's like have her character development moment.
Mm.
Um, Again, I don't know who's gonna play these characters. Like we don't know who's gonna play these characters.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they get the casting right. Um, in my opinion, they should cast Starlight from The Boys to play Supergirl. I think that would be a W.
Mm.
I don't know if you've seen that
I
show.
I I haven't watched it. I was going to watch it. Like I was really going to get into it, but then so much other shit came out to
Look
watch,
up
bro.
Annie January. You will know who I'm talking about. I feel like she would be a good actress for Supergirl. I think so.
Yeah, actually, I could see that. To be honest with you,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I
that's not
mean,
that's not a bad take at all.
nah, it's not a bad take. That's a good take. Yeah, Supergirl. I mean, she could. I mean, I think yeah, she could pass for Supergirl. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
looking.
she could pass. She could pass.
Yeah, she could
That's the
pass.
only person that should be playing that role. As
I
far
mean,
as
that
I
would
know,
be.
she better accept that damn contract. I'm just saying.
Nah, I feel like Supergirl, in my opinion, like the character itself. Um, Obviously she's older than Superman. I feel like Supergirl in this entire DC universe will probably be better than Superman in my opinion. Just because of like where she's coming from. She's coming from Krypton. You gotta think, right? Her origins. She's coming from like Krypton. Like she was alive during that time of like the
Yeah,
decimation of Krypton. She literally seen people die around her when she was being raised on that little piece of chunk of Krypton. While Clark Kent was a young bull. Not even young bull. Mans was a
well, he don't
baby.
even, he don't even know.
He don't even know. So it's like Supergirl knows. So she gonna be hardcore. I feel like Supergirl gonna be like better than Superman. Just cause of her experience. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know because
It, it
Superman. I feel like Superman had a better origin in terms of like the whole finding yourself. Explore your
yeah,
power to
but
the
we haven't seen
fullest.
Supergirl yet. We haven't seen that yet. So we don't know. You
I
know what I'm saying?
mean, yeah, but like notoriously in the comics, she's just not stronger than Superman.
I mean, yeah, because
Supergirl not going into the sun. That's
I
all I'm
mean,
saying. She not going into the sun. She
we
not.
gon' we gon'
She
we
not
gon'
lifting. She not lifting tanks and shit.
we
I
gon'
mean,
we
she
gon'
could, but like,
she gonna
she
lift.
not
Yeah,
lifting like
she
boats,
definitely lifting
like
tank.
full size cargo ships. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you don't know,
uh,
bro. It's DC universe. They might overpower her. I don't know.
nah, facts. They gonna fucking. They gonna
They might
tank
do some
Superman.
superpowers. The next one we got is Swamp Thing, which is a dark horror story which will feed into the reboot of DCU. It's not gonna be a part of. It's gonna be a part of it, but it will feed into the DCU. It's not. It's like not on the agenda. It's on the agenda, but it's not like on the agenda according to the main DCU. This is supposedly. I think they're leaving room for rated R movies in the DCU. I'm pretty sure they stated that this may be or is speculated to be a rated R movie, The Swamp Thing. So I mean, bro, I'm cool with rated R DC movies, bro. If we get rated R DC movies, I think DC might be better than Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Just because it has that extra room to, yeah, it has that extra room, basically, to basically do more in terms of obviously you got superheroes and then you got villains. Superheroes got to mess the villains up. We're gonna see blood, all that stuff. That's what we want to see as fans. You know what I'm saying? So this is the slate for the main DCU. This begins in 2025, starting with Superman Legacy. This is all we got from James Gunn and Peter Safran. The reboot of DCU. It looks good. We got one animated series which looks all right. We have 4 shows which I'm excited for, and 5 movies I'm excited for. The more I talk about it, I'm more excited for it. I was never a DC kind of guy. Like I was more of like a Marvel kind of guy. I always like Batman, always like Superman, Green Lantern, all of that. But now that we actually have something developing for DC universe, it's gonna be interesting. Mind you, they did state that the DC Elseworld will be its own division of DC projects and movies, right? Which include the Batman and the Joker, right? Which me and Emmanuel, we love those shits. So it's like just leave the Batman, Robert Pattinson, and Matt
Yeah,
Reeves. Like
leave that shit alone, bro.
leave
Don't
that shit
fuck.
alone. Yeah, don't mess it up. It's doing well, right? So that also they announced it, right? The Batman Part 2.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't nobody want to see that. Say nah. Um, yeah, no, they announced. They just said it's called Batman Part Two,
Yeah.
2025. That's it. I was hoping for a better title. Give us
Bro,
more
who knows,
insight
bro?
about what you know the actual movie's gonna be about. Which is like, okay, I understand Batman Part Two, but it's like,
Yeah.
man. I mean, but if they're supposed to, if he's supposed to go against the Court of Owls, what is it like? Six
It's like
days
set.
or
It's
like
like yeah.
what's the
Okay.
time? What's the time frame from the next movie? It's like right after too, like on some Batman Arkham type shit. It's like right after like the
It's like
cleanup
right
of
after.
like
It goes
the flood
right
and
into
everything
it.
like that.
I believe they're gonna do a Penguin series, the Penguin series, and then that goes into the next Batman. I believe. I don't know how they're gonna do
Yeah,
it,
but the
but
next Batman movie, I like the speculation was that it started
right
like
after.
few months, like
Yeah.
this close to like right
So
after the
far.
flood.
Bro, they
So
should have like they should keep making these shits. They should make like 10 of these Batman movies, bro. Cause deadass, Robert Pattinson is the guy. I don't know who else could play Batman as good as Robert Pattinson, bro. He's a guy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he's him.
Like,
I mean, yeah, you called Ben Affleck a pit bull, which I don't
man's
even know what that
trash.
means.
Ben Affleck is
Nah, man, he was
garbage.
good. He
I
was good. He was good.
I don't want to see
This
Ben
they
Affleck.
did him. They did
Trash.
him dirty with the suit. That's it.
Man has no cowl. How you gonna come out with no cowl? You looking like the 1969 Batman, bro. I'm about to get you, bro. You looking like the night. Look, yo,
Nah,
look that shit up, bro.
he was looking
Look
like
that,
Daredevil. I ain't going to count.
yeah. Look that shit up. The 19. I think is it. What is it? The classic TV series. Man was looking like the Batman from the classic TV series. That shit was
Yeah,
trash,
bro. His
garbage,
cow is dead ass like this big.
garbage, bro, trash. The
Yeah,
Ben
my bad.
Affleck,
It's just the suit. The suit is goofy,
Bro,
especially
Ben Affleck.
the head. It's just the headwear, but it looks like his
Yeah,
face is like, you know what I mean? Like,
he's just garbage, bro. Ben Affleck, bro. Pitbull looking ass die, bro. This man is mad huge for no reason, right? Yes, Batman needs to have some sort of weight on him, but he was, bro. Look at him, and then put Superman Henry Cavill next. I meant Cavill Henry next to him. What the
nah, I
fuck,
was,
bro? What
nah,
are we
I was
looking
thinking
at?
about, nah, I was thinking about there's one thing on TikTok. It was like,
Yeah,
oh, this superhero thing. This is like Batman versus Superman. He was
yeah,
like, and they were talking about his suit. And the
yeah.
TikTok comments are like, he got a goofy ass suit, like say shit
Mm,
like that. It was when he had like the armor and
The
shit.
armor, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, that should look cool, but like,
nah, bro, that shit was goofy.
it look all right in my opinion, but it still
But if
was
you look
still
at like,
garbage, bro. It
nah,
was still
man.
trash. Pure trash, bro. Stop playing, bro. Ben Affleck, you gotta go. I'm happy they're getting you out. You know, ugh, that shit irked my soul, bro. I don't like that Ben Affleck shit. Shit's trash. Snyder shit, trash. All that shit. That whole DC shit, trash. We have a lot to talk about still. This is just us announcing DC Universe and then the DC Elseworld, right? DC Elseworld is in its own division, will not be tied to the DC Universe, which is something that we need, which is something that Marvel should have did, in my opinion, so that this gives them room. This gives a lot of artists and a lot of directors room to come in and create their own character, not create their own characters, but direct a movie or show of a character that they would like to direct without having to be tied to the DC Universe. So it leaves a lot of flexibility within the DC side of things. You know what I'm saying? So this was our announcement of all the stuff that's DC to come. Without further ado, make sure you guys go like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification button. Just know that there's a lot to come. You know what I'm saying, for DC. DC rises. So without further ado, I'll see you guys on the next episode.